Hey guys, this is Chris from Empire Bricks and welcome to another episode of Building Theed. It's been a while, but we're back. I got the pieces that I needed, or at least a lot of them. Of course, I don't have all the pieces that I need because there are just too many of them. Um, but I actually have a plan this time because I kind of figured out what I want to do and then sort of looked up the pieces that I think I will need. So that means less searching, more building in a time lapse, so that's a good thing. But before the time lapse, let me walk you through what I'm going to do. So this is the first and most built quarter of the Theed Plaza. There will be four, so one, two, three, and four. It's going to be pretty big. And starting with the first quarter, it's looking somewhere near completion. I'm going to start to add more detail. One of the things I'm going to do is change this building a little bit because I forgot to add these one by one bricks with a stud on the side, which make it possible to add foliage onto the building. I forgot to add that in this building, so I'm going to replace a few bricks over here. I think I'm going to replace the roof. And a question for you guys, because I put on these dark bluish gray roofs, or at least the top of the roof, and I don't really like it. I think this roof is going to be like this anyway, but then in a like a tower formation. But even the the plates on top of those, I think they should be dark tan. But just let me think what you know. Let me know what you think, of course. Another thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this pillar over here with these pieces and some studs on the side as well to add foliage. I have some foliage over here. I'll be adding foliage all over the buildings and some trees over here, which I think will look great. I'm going to be adding a little bit of detail, or at least more tiles on these studs, but then the tiles will be tilted a little bit to make it look more uneven because it looks too neat at this moment, I think. Another thing is that I'm going to finish, at least build over these plates. So I'm going to finish these two sides until they're at the height that I want them to be, which is the height where the arch will start to the other side. Another thing that I'm going to try to do at least is to start on the interior of this building. I'm pretty sure that I don't have enough tan tiles anyway, but I'm going to make a start. So I already put in some floor pieces, but they're still loose. But I'll be raising this floor up. It's going to be tiled as far as I can, at least with the tiles that I have. And it's going to look a little bit like this, but a little bit different as well. So yeah, pretty excited about that. I think I'm going to add more dark red details, whereas here there is more dark tan details. But yeah, it should look pretty awesome, I think. Let me think. Yeah, I'm going to replace this roof, finish the archway, add some more tiles, foliage, trees, and then I'm going to move on to the other side at least, because in my bricklink order I have this huge amount of dark tan tiles, of which a few will be added to the studs over here. Although most of these studs are going to be used for figures, so there's going to be prisoners and droids running around. But I'm going to start tiling this part of the MOC, which I think will make the whole thing look much, much bigger. It's going to be the same pattern, so there's going to be these dark bluish gray tiles in between somewhere, and then most of these will be this. This and this are sort of the edges of the foliage that I have over there, which will be replaced with these bricks. I'm going to start on the second part of the archway, which will rise up. I'm going to at least do halfway, or I don't know how far I'll get, but as much as I can, and hopefully start on the archway sometime soon. I have received these dishes as well, which I would like to use, but I won't, because, and then I'll have to walk back. The dish is actually a little bit too big for this roof. So if I would use this dish, I would have to build something of a round construction under it, and it's not going to fit on this building. I'm not going to adapt this building because I think it looks fine as it is. That does mean, for the sake of diversity, this will be a square roof. This is a square roof, so the roof on this quarter will have a round roof. But I also have this building left, which I think would look fine with a dish on the roof, which will fit perfectly. So I'm not sure how far I'll get with this one. I'm still doubting what I should do with this building, because these two are open and have an interior. But for this one, because of the shape and the size, it's pretty hard to make an interior that you can actually reach. And if I leave this open, there's just not enough support to hold the building up. And also, I think I'd like to have this building to be a bigger building over here with maybe the round roof, and then have some towers over here to kind of simulate to have more buildings in the background. So this is a little bit of a special case, and I need more time to think this over. Also, I need way more of these window panels, which I need to order in my next Bricklink order. Did I cover everything? I think I did. So that's what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's start with the time lapse and have fun watching it. So guys, the time lapse is over and I'm pretty happy with the results. During the time lapse, the memory of my phone ran out, so there was a small glitch in that, but I think it still worked out pretty fine. And there is some awesome progress. I really think that this is, starting to look like something that I had in mind, and seeing those two base plates together now makes the whole thing, look really alive, and the detail on the left side is just amazing. It's not finished, of course. I do really like these foliage pieces on the walls and over here and on the pillar. I think that just looks great. I do need to spend a little bit more time on the trees. I need to figure out a design and duplicate that design on at least a couple more trees. For the time being, I put some small plants in there, also on this new pillar over there. Having a look over here, I replaced this roof, which I think is a great decision, even though it sticks out for a little bit, so I have to figure out the solution, because I'm not going to extend this building, but I think I might do some smaller pillars on this side or something like that, and solve it that way. This building has an interior now, or at least a elevated floor, for which I need to order a little bit more tan tiles, and the middle will be a dark red carpet of some sorts, and I think some details on the side, but I'm just not sure which ones that will be. But I have to think about that. I didn't really get to this building yet. I still need to think this over really well. Same goes for this. I need to order some dark tan plates for on top of these roofs. Also some sand green cone pieces or roof pieces that can fit on top of this. But I think in general this is starting to look really good. This one is nearly finished. This one's nearly finished. This one is nowhere near finished, but it doesn't matter. The first pillar is almost finished. I have more of these plates to fill this up. I do have to figure out what I want to do with these plates. I now put some foliage on it, but maybe I should do some pattern with dark tan plates or something. But I'm really curious what you guys think of that, because I need 4 of those to create the pillars. But basically this pillar is done. I just need a couple of these inverted slopes to get the same effect as I have down in there. So, and then close it off and start building the archway, which I did a little bit at least. And I think it is looking awesome. It should be a little bit higher though. I just filled the gap with a long piece. I think I will just use this pattern and just go all the way up to make that look great. But I think this is something really, really amazing. And will look awesome when finished, although I have to say I have to figure out a way to remove the archway in between builds, so it cannot be really attached to the 2 towers. It has to be removable because these 2 base plates need to be taken apart in between builds for storage. So as you can see, I tiled basically the whole second quarter of the MOC. There is a little bit of gaps left open, but those are for the dark tan tiles, of which I ran out. So I need to order those as well. I really love this corner over here with, there's going to be a tree over here and some plants, and then there's this archway which has these dark tan tiles on top, which I think looks great. And then on the other side, which is this small alleyway, which also needs one more dark tan tile. Some more space for foliage. There's also some more space for foliage in between these buildings. But all in all, this is starting to look really, really amazing. The next challenge, of course, are these buildings on this side. So this is not really a building, it's just attached to this and this, because I wanted something of a wall in between. I think the panels look cool in there as well. This building is going to be open, so I can just leave this open and get somewhat of an interior. I still need to adapt this so it can have a doorway over here, so you can enter the building here. This building is going to be open as well, but I think it's going to be open totally, as in there is not going to be a door of any sorts. There's going to be this huge pillar, and sort of a I'm not sure what the word is, but at least there's going to be a roof over it, and but no actual doors. I'm still doubting. It could be anything, but I think this big pillar looks good, and this one looks great as well with some more foliage on it. And then there's this building. Going to be a bit of a challenge because of the shape, but I need to figure out a way to make that work, especially with the roof. So all in all, this is the progress that I made. I think it's a pretty decent amount of progress with the bricks that I had. I still have a lot of 10 bricks for building, so that's good. I still have some slopes and corner slopes, so that's good. I have one of these pillars. I have no tiles left, or almost no tiles left, so basically I need to order some tiles and some more detailing bricks, and then I think I'm ready to go again. But I'll order some more 10 bricks as well, just to be sure that I don't run out next time. So guys, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next episode.